Good morning, good morning. Who's here? I'm gonna hit like on my... I still feel... I had such a bad headache last night. And it wouldn't go away for nothing. And why do I have a scrape on my foot? It hurts. But I could still feel, after all the meds I took, that it really wants to come back. I'll put this on here. I haven't slept well the last couple of nights, and headache and all of that kind of stuff. Ugh. So who's here? Who's gonna come in and see me? I'm actually currently recording Persimmon, kind of like a Pac-Man frog cam, because he's always out in the morning. But then once he buries himself, I don't see him again until the next morning. So might as well record him while he's out. I mean, he's not doing much. I'll put some music to it or whatever when I post it, but he's just sitting there, and I did put crickets in. It's feeding day. So maybe we'll catch him eating while he's out. If not, if anything, you'll see him bury himself for the day. And then we won't see him again until tomorrow. But I'm going to take advantage of recording him when I can, even if it just means we're staring at him, staring back at us. Let me do something with it. All right. Just want to put little breaks in it every now and then. But yeah, so Halloween was canceled for us yesterday because of the weather. It did snow last night. It didn't stay on the ground, but because it was kind of mixed with rain, it was kind of icy. So this morning I heard people scraping their cars. I'm really glad that I'm parked in the garage because I don't have to scrape anything. But let's see who will come in. And I have leftover pumpkin lots of leftover pumpkin from when I did the pumpkin video with the rats. I can cut up some of it, give some of it to Bumble, give some of it to Hera so they can enjoy Halloween pumpkin. They can't have the seeds. The rats were able to eat the seeds if they wanted, but Hera and Bumble can't have the seeds. So I'll have to make sure when I give them their portion of pumpkin to enjoy that they don't get any seeds with that. The mice technically can enjoy some pumpkin too if they wish, but yeah, I got plenty of pumpkin left. Might as well not waste it. I put it in the fridge, and you know, it can go to the the rats can have some more at another time. And like I said, Bumble and Hera can enjoy it as well. "6 minutes and no one here?" 6 minutes live and no one here. I wonder if I'm gonna, I'm starting to debate changing my live schedule. I feel like I got more on this eye than on this eye. Feel like I'm debating changing my live schedule so it's not every day. I know I did that once before, and then I changed it again. A lot of stuff had gone on back then, so you know, whatever. But I'm wondering if I should try that again and just do a live every other day, or just like not every day. I could do my uploads or whatever, but a stream, I'm thinking, you know, just a sprinkle of them or whatever, because maybe you guys are sick of me. I don't know. And I know everybody gets busy doing things as well, so yeah, I mean, I can do like, on my days off, I could do Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, or I could do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or you know, something, I don't know. But maybe every day is excessive, I don't know. For me. I just chit-chatting to myself, but at least that's when someone comes in and watches the replay. They'll get my thoughts. They'll hear my thoughts. I keep seeing another person come in. It says another watcher is there, and then it disappears. So far, Persimmon is still out. He is still out. I can even record him recording him. I can show you what I'm recording. Yeah, I don't think a Pac-Man frog cam is going to be as exciting as a rabbit cam or a rat cam, or, you know, anything like that. Although I'm debating even putting it in black and white. I mean, you can't see his colorfulness that way, but kind of gives it the illusion like it's a night cam or something, even though it's not. It's the morning cam when I see him, because he comes out when I'm in bed, but he stays out long enough that I can see him in the morning, and then he disappears for the rest of the day. But he's still out. He is still out. But it won't last too long. Usually before lunch he's missing already. Nine minutes and no one here yet. That is an unusual occurrence. I'll give it a couple more, and if no one pops in, I will call it. I will call it. And then I'll just work on my uploads, and maybe I'll give it five more minutes, and then I'll call it a day, because I do have some things to do today, but I wanted to do my stream, but if it's not going to happen, it's not going to happen, and I can get my stuff done. is here. Hello. Yeah, and it says on my end, it didn't even say that there was another person. I don't know why you're not getting notifications. I would have messaged you, but all of my devices are in use. I'm using my phone for streaming. I don't have Hangouts on my husband's laptop, so I would have to totally download that. And my other phone, I am recording Persimmon because he's always out in the morning. It's feeding day, so I put crickets in, but he's still out. And I was like, I'm recording him, because once he disappears until the next morning. So, like, once he buries himself today, I won't see him again until tomorrow morning, but I always see him first thing in the morning. So I propped up my phone. The crickets are in there. He's showing himself, so we're watching. I'm watching. I'm recording it. I thought you'd still be in bed. I lingered for a while because I just wasn't feeling good last night. Like, my headache, no matter how many times I took something for it, it didn't want to go away. When I finally did kind of go to bed, I was almost nauseous because the headache, headaches just do that when they're bad enough. But it was, even now this morning, and I still think it's allergy related, but even now this morning, it's mostly gone, but I can still feel it. Yeah, it's cold here too. The snow we got last night didn't stick around, but it was mixed with rain, so there's been ice. I heard Stacy leave this morning. I can hear her scraping her windshield. So, yeah, I'm glad I'm parked in the garage because I don't have to scrape the car. But yeah, it's chilly. It's chilly. And yeah, the mice are all sleeping. It looks like the fish are all sleeping. The betas, at least, are all sleeping. The goldfish are awake. Looks like all the cichlids are kind of... Hera's laying down. Bumble's eating. I gave him fresh hay, but... yeah, it's quiet in the house. Bella's already taking her morning nap. Brindley's outside. Yeah, the worst type of snow is when it's mixed with rain and then it freezes. Yeah, they probably are loving the cold. Snails probably aren't as excited because they like kind of warmer temperatures, but they've been doing all right in the tank without a heater. But I'm debating getting well, I'm not debating. Pac-Man frogs like a little bit of heat, and it's easier to hold humidity when you've got a heat source. Right now he does not have a heat source, and it's nothing to worry about unless he just decides to bury himself and never come out and not eat. He is still doing that, so it's not, whatever. But I don't want to get a heat source that's going to stick to the side of the tank, which once it's stuck to the side of the tank, you can't pull it off and put it on something else. So I'm waiting until I can get him his 10-gallon, because that's what he can live in for the rest of his life. I don't want to stick a heat source until I have the tank that he's going to be in later. I don't want to stick it to the 2 because he can't stay in the 2. Yeah, and sometimes they'll just hibernate a little, the snails, but they're still moving around and eating, but yeah, once I get my check, that'll be cleared on the 4th. I will be upgrading his tank so then I can get him his heat source. He won't necessarily need the heat source in the summer, but in the winter, I'm thinking he could use a little extra help to hold that humidity. Yeah, it's gonna have to be something too that I can control the temperature with, or whatever, because I don't want, I refuse to put like an under tank heater under the tank. I don't, because when he buries himself, he's gonna be on the bottom of the tank. I don't want him to burn himself. I want to put it on the side so that it heats up the environment and it can keep the substrate, warm or whatever, but I don't want him to burn himself. But he's been doing okay right now with room temperatures. And yeah, I can also do that, especially at night. I can drape something over it. Right now I've got like paper towel over the top, and then like something else to hold the paper towel on, because for one, I got to keep the crickets in. But I'm also going to get like a screen top for the 10 when I get it. I can get a screen top for the 2, but I don't need it once he's not in there. So I'm kind of rednecking the top right now. But yeah, then I can, aside from getting him a screen top for the 10 and a heat source, I can also, when the heat source isn't on, I can just, like you said, cover it with a blanket or whatever. Yeah, and I don't have central air either, so that, it's all window ACs. Yeah, I'm not going to he's doing well in there right now, so I'm not going to add anything else to his temporary place. I'm going to wait until I've got his permanent place before I get things that I can't, switch to a new thing. But I mean, he's out right now. The other day I worried because I was like, even when I put the crickets in there, he didn't come out. So I was like digging in there to see if he was still alive. I thought, did he die under there? But no, he just didn't come out. He didn't come out until nighttime, and he ate the crickets in the middle of the night. He didn't want to come out during the day, but he does come out, so I know he's okay. He does come out, and he does eat. It's just that he'll stay hidden for the day. And I have also heard by different sources that they do definitely hide like this a lot when they're this young. And a lot of them said when they got older, they didn't hide as much. But I was like, I've got my phone recording him, because I was like, I got to take my opportunities when they come, because I don't see him very often. Wonder where everybody else is. I'm actually thinking of, going back to my original idea that I had about a month or so ago of changing my schedule, my stream schedule, so that I'm not doing it every day, because I feel like people are getting sick of me. Yeah, they're vulnerable when they're little. It's not going to be an exciting video, because it's just basically us watching him watching us. Is what it looks like. We're watching him watching us. And then over time, while he's watching us, he'll bury himself. I'm hoping that we'll see him eat a cricket before he buries himself, but you never know. You never know. Yeah. And then maybe people will be like, oh, she's back, and come, instead of, oh, there she is again. I don't know if that's what people are saying, but oh, it's chilly. Chilly, chilly, chilly. And then I still got to get another bin going for that other female mouse that's pregnant. So many things I got to do. So many things I got to do. Yep, very well could be. And I'm sure Barry's probably pissed at me. But I mean, life occurs, and yeah, Lisa has a household of puppies. And I just don't think that the birthday stream is going to be that exciting when it's like going to be pretty much like any other stream. You know, I don't have any special plans. Like, I don't have birthday fixins or, you know, anything like that. So it's going to be a normal stream, you know? Like, I don't know. It's not going to be exciting. Hey, Sean, how are you? Good morning. One morning I'm gonna have to try and use my nasty loud laptop so I can have panels again, because this whole streaming on my phone business is getting old. I mean, I like being able to do it from my phone with the Streamlab thing, but I miss using StreamYards, but my laptop's too loud. So, you're moderately neato. Yep, no goofy filters when my laptop is on the fritz, but like, I mean, I could still use it and kind of set it off to the side and then join my own panel so that you guys don't like keep the laptop away so that you guys can't hear it. But then every time someone wants to join the panel, I'd have to run on over and let you in, and it's going to be a pain in the butt. Because it's just too loud. Just too loud. Nice. I'm actually glad my coffee is hot this morning instead of cold. Oh, is it? Huh. And I always feel like the audio on my laptop was kind of echoey or muffly or whatever. I always felt like the audio on the phone was better. Interesting. I didn't know that. Not to mention I'm also vertical, because even when I change it to landscape mode, it changes on my phone, but then the broadcast is sideways. So I'm like, huh. Occasionally it pops. Unless it's my fish tanks. I don't know. I'll have to re-listen and see. Streaming seems like a pain. It would be with StreamYard, that's for sure. Especially if I have to run across the room so that you guys can't hear the loud laptop, because it seriously sounds like it's like gonna take off, like whoosh. But if I had to run over to it to let someone on panel or whatever. I hear my mouse squeaking. Why is it so cold in your house? I don't know what the temperature is in my house. No wonder everybody's hibernating in your house. I don't feel like it's that cold in my house. I don't think my heat's kicked on yet. But, brr, I know it's cold outside. Let's see. I can't look at my other phone. It's 42 outside. I was freezing over. I don't know what it is outside. I gotta check. My phone is busy recording the Pac-Man frog, so let me see. I'll look it up on the laptop here. On my husband's laptop, that's, you know, I would totally use for streaming if the webcam wasn't broken. Alright. Alright, looking up. Where did it go? I've got you beat. It is 32 degrees here right now. And with the wind chill, it is 25. So it's cold. I do have a space heater that I can turn on in here if I want to at least be warm in here. Our high is only going to be 45 today. But yeah, right now it's 32, but 25 with the wind. Brr, 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 brr. It's officially November now. You could keep your 32 degrees. Yeah, I don't figure anybody wants it. Hey. Persimmon is still out. He's lingering this morning. The overpasses were icy. I wouldn't doubt it. Wouldn't doubt it. They're gonna start melting throughout the day once the traffic goes over it and heats up the surface. It could be because the crickets are... I can't see. I'm like, yeah, duh, I got glasses. He's still... I don't know if he's going to eat the crickets before he decides to bury himself for the day. Or if he's just... Shoot. Oh, he's getting ready to bury himself. He just did a good move. He did like a... Which means he's going to start pushing his butt down into the dirt. But, I was kind of hoping he'd eat the crickets before he buried himself for the day, because then I can also catch it on camera. But he'll probably just bury himself, and then he'll eat the crickets when he comes out again tonight. Yeah, I don't think he ate yet. I don't think he ate yet. I think the crickets are still in there. But, yep. We'll at least get to see his burying method, how he buries himself, because he buries himself to the point of you can't see hide nor hair of him. You would think, if you knew nothing about frogs, you'd think that he totally got out of the tank. It's not good to skip breakfast. Because I'd be like, I can't even see where he is. But he hasn't moved in the whole time that I've had him, which hasn't even been quite a week yet. He has not left the spot. Like, he has a spot. And he's not leaving that spot. He'll bury and unbury himself, but he does not leave that spot. Yeah, he's doing some moving, so... He's moving, but he's not moving out of his hole. But... yeah, I could speed it up so he buries himself super quick. That would be funny. Yeah, and then the video won't be necessarily as boring either if I speed it up, because it won't be as long. It'll make it shorter. I'm going to stop it and then restart it so that I have clips. I actually do not see the crickets right now. Maybe I'll look back on the video and discover that he did eat. I mean, I haven't been staring at him this whole time, so he very possibly could have eaten. And I just missed it, and it'll be in the video. Oh yeah, the Oreo challenge. I don't know. I watched Gil Skills do it yesterday, and he did 10 Oreos instead of 6. He put them all on a plate, and then he literally put a whole jar of relish on top. A whole jar. And then he sprinkled hot sauce on it. And he ate them up like he wasn't what is the Oreo challenge? The Oreo challenge is eating 6 Oreos with sweet relish on top. And it is disgusting. I liked sweet relish. I love Oreos. They are not good together. No. And relish is ruined for me for life because it's very overpowering smell and taste with the Oreos. It's ruined. I can't eat relish anymore. I did do it. I had urges to gag. It was really, really hard to swallow. If you want to see it, Sean, I posted it. It's a 19-minute video. It took me 19 minutes to get these 6 cookies down because it's awful. Once you've chewed and the chocolate, I didn't taste the filling of the Oreo, but once you, hey, Fo. Once the cookie mixes with the relish, it's disgusting. But Gil Skills downed 10 cookies, a whole jar of relish on them, put hot sauce on it, and the only thing he was doing was dancing around, and I was like, he's totally dancing around so he doesn't think about it. Like, he's distracting himself. He didn't even look like it fazed him otherwise, but I was like having such a hard time swallowing, and I was like, There are some worse challenges out there too. There's a nasty smoothie challenge where you got to put all sorts of things that don't go together into a blender, blend it up, and drink it. I refuse because the Oreos were hard enough. And then there's a nasty sandwich challenge where, again, you put things on a sandwich that don't go together and eat it. Which, again, I refuse to do because I already did the gross Oreos. And, relish is a big turnoff to me now. Like, after I finished the challenge, I totally had to, like, put the lid on the jar and move, because I couldn't stand the smell of the Oreos anymore, or the relish anymore. Yeah, 6 Oreos and relish, that's it. And I really seriously, when I was going to buy the Oreos, I really seriously eyeballed the little packet of mini Oreos. You can get the little bag of mini Oreos. And I said, nobody said that you couldn't do the minis. Like, seriously, 6 little minis, put a little dollop. They would have gone down so much faster. And then I also thought maybe I could just get them and be like, and have everybody outraged that I was going to do minis and psych, and then have the real Oreos. Hey, Eric. But yeah, I'm glad I didn't back down, but it was gross. But I will not do the other challenges that are disgusting. I'm not doing any more disgusting food challenges. I have a very strong, or however you want to look at it, I gag easy. I gag easily at things that taste disgusting. So, I'm not trying to be vomiting on video. But hey, E-Waste, how are you doing, bud? Been thinking about you because I know how hard it is to lose a pet, and then I know you're also in pain on top of that. My phone wants to fall over. It's slipping. Ugh. Back pain sucks. Back pain sucks ass. I remember when I was a teenager and I was in a car accident and my back was all screwed up. I had to go to physical therapy because I had inflammation around my spine. Oh my gosh. When you're like a young teenager and you're walking around like you're elderly, it was awful. I had to sleep propped up because I couldn't lay all the way down, because if I laid all the way down I couldn't get back up. It hurt too bad. I was ready to pass out. Back pain sucks. Yeah, don't overdo it in the meantime. E-Waste. Get to feeling better before you start like gung-hoing again. I've got another pregnant mouse, you guys. It'll be my third litter. My third litter of babies. And the babies that I have right now are little fuzzy babies right now. They will be 2 weeks old on Saturday. Tomorrow. They'll be 2 weeks old tomorrow. Oh. Ouch. Yeah, those pinched nerves are... Ugh. Hey, JJ. Yeah, I got my phone recording the Pac-Man frog because he's still out this morning. Woo! I don't get to see him very often. And then I got little baby mice that are getting older, and I've got another pregnant mouse that will have a litter soon. I got excitement going on in my house. And then Bumble, of course, is you know, even though he's a guinea pig, he acts like he's a puppy dog. He loves to hang out with me and climb into my lap and snuggle. And I'm like, what kind of guinea? He's a guinea pig that thinks he's a dog. Like, seriously. I love him. Ooh. Yeah, I like when she was up here, although I had made the futon back into the couch, like I put the back up, And I had him on here, and then I had her on here, and she was growling at him yesterday. I'm like, okay, the novelty's worn off. But it's because it's couch form. I don't know. When I lay the back down and it's flat, maybe it's because there's more space, but she totally follows him around and her tail is wagging and she wants to play with him. But when this is up like a couch, she's like, this is my couch, go away. It's really funny. Like I'm like, don't growl at him. Yeah, it's not a couch anymore. She doesn't have to guard it. I don't know what. Like, it was funny. I texted my husband and I told him, he says, the novelty's worn off. And I'm like, yeah, but when it's not a couch, she's like, I want to play with him. It's chilly in here. What do I need to do? Rub some stuff on you? I'll put it on the bottom of Earl's feet and he can rub it in. I don't want to do... I got my own stuffs to do. Water changes, laundry, enclosures. Dishes. Why? Is he showing you too much attention? He probably knows you're upset or in pain, and that's why he's around you. If that's what it is, if he's around you more and whatever. Shadow would totally be all up in my face right now, except she went into my bedroom this morning. So she's in there laying on the bed. Aww. Yeah, I remember when we lost a cat in 2014, and my other cat, she was acting depressed. I was like, I don't know what to do for her. Like, she would go off. She was always very social with us and hanging out with us and whatever. And then she would always go somewhere and hide. And I felt really bad for her because they grew up together. She passed away last year. Shadow doesn't seem to mind that she's the only cat right now because we lost Oreo 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago. And Shadow just is like, okay, I get all the attentions now. Aw. It's probably, they know these things. And then I felt bad for Hera too because Milo passed away about a month and a half ago, something like that. I've had a lot of losses lately. Rodents and the cat was a shock because she was only 5 years old. It just happened like in a matter of hours. From she's perfectly fine to she's not fine at all. Um, but then I lost Milo, and Hera's now by herself, and that's been an adjustment for her because she hasn't had anybody to groom her, because they would groom each other and snuggle together, and now she's by herself. You're gonna have a brother-in-law. Usually when cats go down, they go down fast and they have more genetic. Yeah. And she probably had some sort of an issue. I mean, she'd been to the vet last year. She got fixed and had a wellness exam, and they said she was fine. But, they also are not testing for certain things. I mean, they're not going to know that there are things that are wrong with them if they're not specifically tested for them. And she was abandoned at 2 weeks of age. She was a barn cat when she was a kitten. We got her when she was 5 weeks old, but she was a barn cat up until then. She had major fleas when we took her in, so we had to get rid of all of that, and you have to do that a special way because you can't give them flea meds when they're that little. But she had a good life for the 5 years we had her. It's just that, she was perfectly fine, and then bam, like, she was acting funny, and then that night she was gone already. Like, it was fast. Yeah, tests get really expensive, exactly. Like, if you don't know what the problem is and they got to do all these tests, it gets expensive. But we didn't even have time to even, like, we're finally getting out of our financial tight spot. But we weren't quite out of it at that point. And even if we were, there was no time to do anything for her. She was too far gone already. So, and then of course when it comes to the rodents, they're very prone to things, very, very prone to things, and they have very short lifespans as it is. So, I mean, I don't know, I mean, we got 10 rats that have a 2 to 3 year lifespan. They're all gonna die around the same time. If they don't die from something sooner, if they all live to old age, they're still all going to die at the same time. I'm going to have like 10 losses in the same vicinity. Like, it's going to suck. But it's just because they're all close to the same age. I suspect it was organ failure and there wouldn't have been anything. Yeah. I mean, I know that they can do transfusions and stuff, but she wasn't. I was pushing fluids. I was trying to get her to eat, and she wasn't really interested in eating. She was drinking, but when I syringed it to her, it sucks. It sucks because they're my kids. They're my kids, and I'm as attached now as I am to Bumble already because of his personality and everything. I'm going to be devastated if something happens to him. When I take him to the vet, I want them to, obviously he's going to get the antibiotic for his foot. I want them to try and see if they can figure out approximately how old he is. And I know that he's got a cyst. I think it feels like he's got a cyst. So I want to make sure that that's, harmless, because I noticed when I was petting him around the time that I first got him that he's got a lump. So I just want to make sure that it's a harmless lump. Because I'll be devastated when he dies. Yeah, he has had a rough life, and I want to make it better, and he's already so much happier. And then I'm excited that I found the magic ingredient to keeping the pinky mice alive when they're born. Baby rice cereal is the key. Baby rice cereal is the key because they are thriving. And it's funny, everybody, when he was at work, everyone was like, he's not the most attractive looking piggy. I mean, you know, because of all his issues, and, you know, no one's going to want him. I'm like, I love him. I think he could, but he's also my favorite kind of guinea pig. I love the Abyssinian hairdo. You know, so to me, he's not ugly. To me, he's very cute. But other people don't think he is. And that's fine. And I'm also attracted to the fact that he was needy, you know. That's part of why I wanted him. He had special needs that needed to be looked after, and I wanted to be able to do that for him. And he is. He's so loving and attentive, and just like not many guinea pigs want to hang out with their people. They like you because you're the source of food, and that's about it. Otherwise, it's leave me alone. You might be able to pet me, but you're not going to pick me up and snuggle me. But he's completely opposite. He's like, you can totally pick me up and snuggle me, and I'll climb into your lap, and I'll, you know. He's very happy. Yeah, I'm hoping that cyst it's about on his shoulder area, like below his neck, kind of off to the side. So I'm hoping it's harmless, and that he can go through the rest of his life with it without issue. We'll get that infection on his foot taken care of, and yeah. Animals are done eating, so I gotta finish my housework. Alrighty. Well, Persimmon's still out. He is still out. I'll have to rewatch the video that I'm recording of him, because I want to see if he actually ate his crickets, because I don't see them in there. And to my knowledge, they haven't gotten out, because I have the top covered. Unless they're hiding in the plant. Whew. Hey Ralph, how are you doing? I have to let the dog in the house. Maybe I'm just afraid she's gonna hit the table and my coffee's gonna go whoosh. Give me a second, I'm gonna let the crazy thing in. I'm gonna let her in. Hi. Is it cold outside? Is it cold out? Come here. Come here. Oh. Say hello, everybody. All right. Still working on my website. Everything else is on hold for now. You brought the cold in with you, girl. Burr. Burr. Whoops. What'd I do? Where'd it go? Okay. Ooh, JJ put up a video of his ferrets. I gotta see that. I actually wouldn't mind having a ferret because we still have one of the ferrets. I think that is one of my favorites. It's a female, and oh, she's so sweet. She just, because she's young, she's kind of teething and stuff, so she just chews on my finger, not hard. She's just, you know, like teething on my finger, and it's really cute, and I want her. I just don't have $200 to purchase her, although she would have, I would have a discount, but $200 for her plus an enclosure, and I can't. I can't. I gotta get another bin going. I gotta get another bin set up for that pregnant mouse so that she has a place for herself to raise her babies without the other mice in her way. I'm looking for a way to utilize my bin drawers again. I stopped using them because some of the mice were getting out. I've never had a ferret, but I would love to. Like I said, I love the one little girl at work. She's such a sweet ferret. But yeah, I want to try and do something with the bin drawers, drawer bins, so that I can utilize them again for the mice, but keep them from getting out. I need to be able to do something to the top of the drawer that I can access when I need to, but that keeps them in. Because when the drawers are just in by themselves, the space is just big enough that they can get out. So I need to be able to, you know, mess with that a little bit so that I have access, but they can't get out. But I haven't figured out how to quite do that yet. But I need to get another bin set up for the one pregnant one that I have. Because right now I've got males and females in one bin, males and females in another bin, and then my nursing mom by herself. But then I've got that one that's pregnant that's going to need her own space too. So, Rule number 1, they can catch the human flu. Really? Rule number 2, if you don't get the females fixed, you must breed them or they can die from it. Wow. See, that I didn't know. I didn't know that. I would probably get it fixed anyway, just because if it's anything like having a cat or a dog that isn't fixed, that's not spayed, it's a pain in the butt. Hey, Barry. Sorry about last night. I wasn't feeling well. I had a really bad headache. And it's still wanting to come back this morning. There's a fly in here. It's like, it's cold outside. I gotta go in. You're home already? Is it like a half day? Okay, yeah, it was a half day. But yeah, I do have another bin sitting around that I can use for the other female. I just got to get it set up. But I want to utilize my drawer bins. I have 3 perfectly good drawers that I can use, but I have to keep them from getting out. Haven't quite figured out how to do that yet, like to put anything on top of it that'll still allow the drawers to close, open and close comfortably. So, oh, gotta take a gander. Persimmon's burying himself. He's less visible now, so that'll be on camera. It'll be on camera, him starting to disappear into the dirt. I'll have to look back, like I said, on the video to see if he ate his crickets before he does that. If he didn't eat the crickets yet, he'll come out in the middle of the night and eat them like he did last time. Hey, Zach. Brinley, leave her alone. Poor Hera. Yeah, I need to get a heat source for Persimmon so that when it starts getting colder, like it's been, that he has some heat. He's still doing fine and he's still eating and he's still coming out, but I don't want to put a heat source on the tank he's in right now because when they stick on the side, you can't reuse them. Like, you can't take it off and put it on something else because the sticky won't stick anymore. So I'm waiting until I can upgrade his tank to what he needs for being full grown before I put a heat source on it. So far he's doing fine, so I'm not going to worry about it. It's 40 there today. It's like 32 here, but with our wind chill it's like 25. It's cold. Hey, David. Did you not get a notification either? No, Barry. Tonight my husband's gonna be home. I don't remember when the next time is that he's gonna be gone. I know that there's another day some point, but I don't know when it is. I'd have to ask him. I lose track. Plus, I work tonight, Barry, so I work tonight, and then he's gonna be home. And oh my goodness, the cat is messing with the couch. That is going to piss off my husband. There's like holes in the pleather. That's gonna totally piss him off. Oh well, I knew that would probably happen. But hey, it's just a futon. Eventually we'll get a normal couch. Em said what would be better? Yeah, it's pretty chilly here. I'm not liking it very much, but the snow that we got last night didn't stick around. But it was like kind of more like sleet. It was like mixed with rain. And this morning I could hear people scraping their windshields to get the ice off, which makes me very glad I'm parked in the garage. Suggested maybe, yeah. Because, yeah, girl doesn't know what evenings I can do it either. But it all depends on whether I have to work or whether my husband's home, which he's going to start being home more now in the evening than before, because it's the slow season for, he's coming into his slow season for traveling. Now, that doesn't mean that I could never do an evening live stream, because as he's home more, I think he'll be more accepting of occasionally letting me, being okay with me doing that, because he's going to be around more. It's more of a problem when he's gone so much for him to be home and for me to be doing that. Hi. It's not that I'm trying to, Barry. It's that life occurs. Like, I didn't plan for my laptop to stop working. I didn't plan to have a headache. I didn't plan to have to work. Like, you know, things just... When you're an adult, life gets in the way sometimes. And it trumps YouTube. Ooh, yeah, I would love to have the recipe for baked potato soup. Ooh. Is it your toenails that are popping holes in the couch? Is it you? Huh? It's you or the cat? Hi. Apparently my neck needs a bath. Hi. Can you stop? Thank you. I know. I love you too. Can you stop? Barry, I work Saturday, and during the day, my husband is home. And in the evening, my husband is home. So when I get home from work, my husband will be here. He doesn't work Saturdays. Weekends are out. I work 11 hours on Sunday, and weekends are always out. Hey. You gotta stop. I'm doing King Ranch special tonight myself. Ooh. Grated celery, finely diced onions, wetted for 10 minutes, butter and flour for a roux, milk or cream and chicken or pork stock, pre-cooked potatoes, pre-cooked bacon. Ooh, it sounds so good. Excuse me. Cheese, green onions, and sour cream to garnish. If the soup is not as thick as you'd like, you can add some instant mash. It sounds good. I have no idea what a King Ranch casserole is. I've never heard of it. I said I had nothing going on when? Halloween was yesterday, and I had a headache. He was not here, but I had a headache. I was feeling nauseous. I'm not yelling. I'm not yelling. I'm just trying to get you to understand, because you keep trying to make me feel guilty for not doing it. Which is going to make me want to do it less and less, because I'm trying to get you to understand why it hasn't been working. You're bringing it up all the time and saying, well, you told me you were going to do this, or you told me you were going to do that. You told me you had nothing going on. Yeah, at the time when I was making the plans, I had nothing going on, but things come up when you're an adult. And you're not understanding because you keep bringing it up. Anywho, you left. You left. Is it because I won't let you lick my face off? Huh? The recipe I got for King Ranch Special is chicken Tostitos, cream of chicken, cream of mushroom, stewed tomatoes, green pepper, onion, and... Ooh! See, all of that sounds wonderful except for the green pepper and the onion. Leave that out and I'll be in heaven. I'm not playing with your Kong with you. I'm not playing with your Kong with you. You're gonna bite me. There's nothing for me to grab onto with this Kong. She's hungry, but she's gonna eat Oreos and relish for lunch. Ah. Yeah, when I did mine, I was planning on can you stop jumping on me? Planning on eating lunch after I did the challenge, and then after that I was like, nope, can't eat lunch. I shouldn't have done that. Got Pepto to help. Yeah, as it is. And Bella, you're not even up here. The demon is here. When Gil Skills did his with 10 Oreos and then his whole jar of relish, I was like, even if I ate all that separately, 10 Oreos and then a whole jar of relish, I'd have a stomach ache. Let alone eating 10 Oreos and a whole jar of relish together. Everyone else is adding like 3 different meals to their Oreos. Yeah, if I'm getting challenged, I'm doing the bare minimum of it. Why am I going to step it up and torture myself just so that I could say, I could do worse? Crazy people. I barely made it through the other one because I just don't like certain tastes meshed together. It makes my gag reflex want to come. And swallowing is super hard when it doesn't taste good. Which is why it took my challenge 19 minutes. Because I had to give myself time in between to, whew. How can I put this off? David's going to come to your house for Oreos and relish. Oh, I don't see Persimmon anymore, so he's pretty much done for the day. See you tomorrow, Persimmon. At least I got him on video this morning before he disappeared. I know he's coming for the potato soup and not the Oreos and relish. At least I had some of Oreos yesterday. Plain Oreos. At least I still like Oreos, but If I smell relish again, but but welcome back, Barry. Yeah, I'm not good with food challenges. I have my gag reflex, depending on how you want to look at it, I have a strong urge to gag. Like, how do you look when you gag easily? Is it a strong gag reflex or a weak gag reflex? I gag easy. So, it's hard for me with food that I don't like, because it's really hard to swallow without gagging. Oh, you just heated up potato soup? I think I've got cream of something soup in the cabinet. They'd have soup for sure. Have cream of something, Campbell's cream of something in there, and if I had potatoes, I'd totally cook them and add them in with cheese and make my own sort of soup. John Antonio brought the Oreos home and I ate some plain ones. He got mad at me. Those are for the challenge, but I only need 6. But are you leaving him 6? Is he doing it too? The two of you together. 6 for you, 6 for him. That means you need 12. Spaghetti salad. Never heard of spaghetti salad. He wants to make his own video? Sweet. Homemade. Yum. Yum. Oh, that's interesting. I've put garlic and butter on spaghetti and had that like that, but I've never had Italian dressing. That's interesting. It doesn't sound bad except for the cucumber. I'm not a fan of cucumbers. AC/DC singing the Hokey Pokey? Are they going to start doing a children's album? That would be funny. That would be funny if, like, the heavy metal bands did a children's album. Oh my gosh. That would be hilarious. That would be interesting to hear, though. Wet cucumber stuff. Huh? Pickles? Yeah. AC/DC and all those other, like, Led Zeppelin, Guns N' Roses, Def Leppard, they all need to do children's albums. I think that would be funny. looking out the window? Pickled? Pickles or pickled cucumbers? That's pickled cucumbers are pickles, aren't they? How do I know nothing about rock and roll? Because I think that they should do children's albums? I'm making jokes. Well, what makes them pickled is sitting in the brine for a long time. Vinegar and cucumber is good. Yeah. Why don't I know anything about good rock and roll? I didn't claim to, but why do you say that? Hi. Why your eyes look crazy? Don't be crazy. My Brinley. My Brinley. Because Brinley's crazy. Are your eyes crazy because you're crazy? Huh? Are you crazy? I know you're crazy. So is Bella. I got crazy dogs. Oh, she's got a warm tongue. She's licking my feet. Your tongue is warm. My tootsies are cold. You don't like when your dogs lick your bare feet? Sometimes it tickles, and she's lucky I don't kick her in the head. I don't listen to a lot of music there, so it depends on what genre it is and how old it is or how new it is or whatever. Yeah, mine like to lick lotion off too. I'm like, I need that lotion. I put it on for a reason, and it wasn't for a snack for you. Especially because I got to wash my hands so much. One, because I'm a germaphobe. Two, because I handle dogs and their crap and all of that at work. So I got to wash my hands all the time so my hands dry out. I like country and I listen to Christian music, but it depends on what. I haven't listened to a lot of newer country. I'm more 90s country. But I also listen to things that my husband listens to. Like, he likes classic rock. He likes classic rock and stuff like that. One of his favorite bands is Def Leppard. I'm trying to think of what else pops into my head. They took away the private message option for YouTube. It would have to be done through a different platform. No more private messages on YouTube, which I don't know why. The master can't figure out the song? I'm teasing. I need to go and stop my recording since Persimmon is gone. Let's see. Oh, I still see him a little bit. He's not totally missing. You're not totally... Ah, no! Here I am. He's not totally disappeared. I still see him a bit. Well, see, my phone is plugged in, but since I can't turn my phone sideways to do landscape mode, I have to prop it up on my charging cord. So it doesn't take much of a wiggle to make it go, timber! I wish the charging cord could plug in on the top of the phone, because then that wouldn't be an issue, but no, they got to put it on the bottom. I love the Wiggles. I love the Wiggles. There are some little kids, that's part of what I miss about having a little kid, is all the little kids' songs that I used to hear all the time. Now, don't get me wrong, when it comes to children's shows and things, I'm glad that I don't have to listen to, Dora the Explorer repeat everything anymore. But, there are certain things, Brindley! There are certain things that I miss hearing. And it's like when he would watch the Wiggles or, you know, Mickey Mouse Clubhouse even. Hot potato, mashed banana, cold spaghetti, cold spaghetti. What are we doing? Brindley, what are you doing? Oh. Yeah, I always liked when he watched one of his favorite shows was the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. And it was my goal to get him. I know you were kidding, but doesn't mean that the algorithm is gonna like it. When around the time that or right after I got divorced or whatever, Ian was so into Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, and I worked at the Disney store. But even working at the Disney store, I couldn't afford the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, and for half the time we were sold out of it, so I couldn't get it at our store and get the discount, and getting it anywhere else was too expensive, so I couldn't, being newly divorced, I couldn't get my child his Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. I felt so bad. We were, last weekend we went to the Disney store in Maryville, Indiana, and they had a Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, and I was like, I should just get it just for the sake of getting it. Get a Mickey Mouse Clubhouse and say, Ian, I finally got you your Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Yep. We used to have one that I worked at, but in our mall, but they closed. They closed. Now, if we want to go to the Disney store, we got to go, you know, Maryville or Chicago or whatever. I think Maryville is the closest one, which is about 2 hours, 15 minutes, 2.5 hours, something like that away. But I used to get a really good discount when I worked there. I would get like stuff for him all the time that was on clearance because I would still get my discount on clearance items. So I got him a $70 toy box. It was Baloo from the Jungle Book. I got him a $70 toy box for $10. I was like, score. Oh yeah, Disney Store is still around. They had just several years back closed some locations. There's no Chucky at the Disney Store. What you talking about, Willis? Oh, Spencer's. Okay. Jeez. We're talking about the Disney Store and he's talking about Chucky. Chucky creeps me out. He's creepy. Creepy, creepy. Do you guys want to see one of the baby mice? The baby mice? Every day they look different. Every day they're changing. I had a Fantasia Mickey Mouse from the Disney Store that I think found a new home at Goodwill years later. Aw. I wanted to collect, because Winnie the Pooh is my favorite Disney character. It's been for a long time. I've got a few Winnie the Poohs, actually. Winnie the Pooh! And then I got a seasonal Winnie the Pooh that's like white and gold for like the holiday season. And I wanted to collect a bunch of the other Winnie the Poohs. And then the store closed and I'm like, dang it. Because I wanted, you know, I've got, the one that I have is like yay big. I've got a couple, I've got an Easter Winnie the Pooh that, you know, you can pull the hood up and he's a bunny. Got a few Winnie the Poohs, and I would love to have more Winnie the Poohs. This one was clearanced for $7.99 at the Disney Store. I got him when I worked there. But love me some Winnie the Pooh. He's my fave. Passion was showing off your pic with the Halloween makeup yesterday. Oh yeah. All right, gonna put my Winnie the Pooh back. Oh, and I also got my husband got me this Winnie the Pooh for my birthday a few years ago. What is going on? And it says, "It's your day, be happy" on it. All right, putting this one back. You know, I should probably try and crochet me a Winnie the Pooh. There's got to be a crochet pattern out there for Winnie the Pooh. You don't like Winnie the Pooh? Did you do know that Winnie the Pooh is based on Winnie the Pooh is based on a real bear, right? You knew that, right? Real life bear. Real life bear. There's a whole based on a true story type thing. But the real Winnie was a female. And in Canada, in White River, Ontario, is where it all started. So when I go and visit my family, I always drive through White River and stop at the little monument. There's a little Winnie the Pooh monument. All right, girl. But yeah, Winnie the Pooh is based on a black bear originally that a soldier took care of. So yeah. And Winnie basically became their mascot, the soldiers, for their division. They're in, whatever. I'm not good with the whole army talk. But then at one point he gave her to the London Zoo. So then the author of Winnie the Pooh and his son or grandson, I keep forgetting, who was Christopher Robin, saw Winnie at the zoo. And from there, and Christopher Robin had a stuffed bear that he changed the name to Winnie and called him Winnie the Pooh, and that's where the stories came from, all because they saw Winnie the black bear at the zoo. So it's really cool, the story behind it. But I like Winnie the Pooh. Can you stop? Did it roll under? You can't fit under there, huh? Whew. Oh, bother. You're gonna knock over my phone. It's not Winnie the Pooh, P-O-O. It's Winnie the Pooh, P-O-O-H. Pooh represents an eating disorder. He's a binge eater. And then he can't get out of the hole, out of the den. Hey, Scrapper, how are you? But yeah, Winnie the Pooh's always been my favorite character. My favorite cartoon, my favorite character. My husband likes Eeyore, I believe it is. I saw when we were at the Disney store a few days ago, I saw a little figurine pack of them, but they didn't have owl or rabbit in it. And I was like, what kind of a figurine pack is this when you don't put owl and rabbit in there? Like, seriously? You gotta have all of the characters. The most wonderful thing about Tiggers is Tiggers are wonderful things. Their tops are made out of rubber. Their bottoms are made out of springs. You're gonna admit you like Winnie the Pooh? And of course, I did see the Christopher Robin movie. I had to. I've watched it a few times because I think it's on Netflix right now. I watched it on Netflix a little while ago, but we rented it when it first came out on the Red Box. We didn't go to the movies or anything, but I've seen it a couple times now. All right, Sean, thanks for stopping in. Have a good day. Stop it. Stop it. My phone is gonna tip over from your shenanigans. You've got the movie Redbox? Yep. That's usually where we rent movies anymore. If we rent a movie, we go to the Redbox. Sometimes we'll just buy it off of the TV, you know, off of Amazon or whatever. My dogs have gone nuts. We do have Hulu. I don't like Hulu very much. We do have Hulu because we get it free through Sprint. So, we do have Hulu, but for the most part I watch Netflix. Because before it was free for us, with our cell phone plan, we had bought it. We were buying we did pay for the plan. But there was a lot of stuff on there I'd never heard of, which I thought was stupid. And then there were some things I wanted to watch, but they didn't even have the whole thing up. I remember when they had Supernatural on there, and they didn't even have it. They had like season 5 through something or whatever it was. They didn't even start from the beginning. I'm like, I'm not going to start watching the series from the middle. Like, why would you do that? So I've never really been super impressed with Hulu. Well, and in some ways, Trevor, I think the whole idea of having imaginary friends with his stuffed animals helped him identify with his emotions, which I think is really cool. Because, you know, they have a hard time. I'm super lagged on my laptop. And we literally pay for our Netflix. We used to get discs sent to us because you were able to do that. Just have discs and send them back when you were done and get the next ones or whatever. We did that for a while, but now we just stream it. Hey, Cole Outdoors, how are you doing? My dog is crazy. Unfortunately, tonight I gotta work. I gotta work today. Well, at least until closing, which is, we close at 9, and then by the time I get out of there, it's usually like 9:15, 20 after 9-ish, so I usually get home about 9:30. So, yeah. Hey, Dusty Blonde, how are you doing? I liked your costume yesterday. But yeah, I got work today, sadly. And I gotta work tomorrow. And I gotta work Sunday. And Sunday's my longest day. Yeah. Or I've ordered things on Wish a lot. And it takes forever to get stuff. Em is doing she's recording herself eating Oreos and relish because I had challenged her. So she's doing that. She's got to film that so she can post it and then challenge somebody else. The guinea pig is doing good. I can go get him. I got to put the dog away first because she'll probably eat him, but I can go get him. He hasn't been out with me yet today. Your shift will fly by. Well, my shorter ones will fly by. Sunday doesn't fly. Sunday does not fly by. It doesn't. It's too long. But it always feels like there's not enough time in the day when you got to bathe everybody. And today I got to cut everybody's toenails. Hey! This is why you can't do that. You're going to knock my stuff over. Nope, I'm not wearing his hoodie today. Oreo and relish, it's almost demonic. There have been people like sprucing it up even. Like Gill Skills put hot sauce on his. Maniac Variety put sardines on his. Like, why would you make it that much worse? Whoa, it was bad enough. Bad enough. Nasty. Gonna do my sandwich and smoothie Sunday. Ugh. Whoa. I can't do any more nasty food things. I can't do nasty food things. The Oreos and relish is where I draw the line because that was hard enough for me to swallow. Let alone, I gag too easily, and sounds like Sunday would be a good call-off day. I can't do that. I'm not the kind of person who calls off unless I'm, like, dead. I do work today, Barry, but I don't work until later. You work, so you did it already? Really? You didn't think it was so bad? What's wrong with your taste buds, girl? It's just a challenge they're just challenges that are going around that people are just doing just to be weird. It was bad enough for me. Every cookie I ate, it tasted worse. Yeah, I don't like sardines, period. The what got you? Pimentos. What's a pimento? Pimento? Hey, Bryn. Can I put your crazy ass in the cage so that I can get Bumble out? The little tomato things. Oh, in the relish? The little red things? Come here, Bryn. Come here, Bryn. Bryn. The wrong dog is following me. Alright, I'm getting Bumble. I'm getting Bumble out. Hi, Bumbles. Come here. Oh. There's my boy. There's my Bumble boy. Yeah. I'm fixing to edit it and then I'll have it up by tonight. There's my Bumble. You put hay on me. You can't compare the McRib to Oreos and relish. See if I can move this up without knocking my phone over. Ooh. There we go. Hi, baby. We're snuggling. Oh, see? It's getting you now. It may not have got you while you were doing it. Excuse me. My father-in-law done it today just for fun. Who eats the nasty just for fun? Hi, my sweet. Okay, soggy Cheetos would... Bleh. No soggy Cheetos. Really? I just burped in Bumble's ear. You have an iron stomach? Yeah, you ate 13-year-old pancakes. What's she doing? I just realized the blanket that was on the back of the couch is missing. There it is. There it is. Oh. It fell in some diatomaceous earth. Alright, at least it's pet friendly. I never said I was never going to bring that up. Hey, piggy noises. Just wanted to stop in for a sec and get my passion fix for the day. Cute pumpkin vid with the rats yesterday. Yeah, they enjoyed that. They did enjoy it. Hey, Snobby. You don't know what made... What if something peed on it? And then you... Ew! Girl, I know, right? That's what my husband said after I did the challenge. He was like, the burps probably didn't taste very good afterwards. I'm like, yeah, no. Yeah, so anything could have, ew, anything could have made it soggy. That's disgusting. Bugs? Bugs go to the potty. Hey, Vanessa! See you, Trevor. Have a good weekend. If you pull, okay, pull. If you pull a soggy Cheeto out of your couch, who would eat it? Besides Barry, of course. Blech. Disgusting. Hi. Bumble can't have Cheetos. No, junk foods. No junk foods. He's gonna get some pumpkin later, though. Because I still got pumpkin. The rats didn't finish it. I just got to take the seeds out. I can chop up some pumpkin for him and for Hera. And they can enjoy some pumpkin. They just can't have the seeds. I might give them more pumpkin. Because, like I said, there's plenty left. You're a squeaker, huh? You want to go down here? Or are we staying up here? Oh, we're staying up here. Are we staying up here? Okay. I can put you down. I've also been recording my Pac-Man frog this morning. He's buried himself pretty much now. But he's always out first thing in the morning. And then I did feed him crickets today. Or I at least put crickets in there. I don't know if he's eaten them already. I didn't see them the last time I looked. But I also didn't see him eat them. So maybe he ate them and it's going to be caught on camera. I don't know, but the camera did show him burying himself. And I'll probably speed it up because it's a pretty long video at this point of him sitting there staring back at us. But if I speed it up, he'll also bury himself quicker and do all of that kind of stuff, and it'll make the video shorter. I still gotta watch, your hay. I still got to watch his ferret video. I'm looking for, I like ferrets. We've had some pretty prick ferrets, asshole ferrets at work, but we've got some really sweet ones too. He's happy down on the couch now. Wow, I'm glad I put you down when I did because he just piddled and pooped on the blanket. I'm glad that wasn't on me. Sweet baby Rays. I'm glad you didn't do that on me, mister. Me and you, we would have had to have some words. Whoops. I'm gonna have to wash this blanket. Again, I just washed it like 2 days ago. I like Sweet Baby Rays. Oh no! I have a blanket down, so at least he did it on the blanket. At least he did it on the blanket. Yes. Your speakers are busted. My webcam is busted, at least on this computer. And then on my computer, and just my computer itself is busted. M told me to go live after you finish your live. Not during it. Yeah, why would you go during it, you goof? Goofball. Who wants to see a baby mouse? Who wants to see the baby mouse? One of them. They change every day. Every day they look different. Hi. Because I wanted to see if you would switch. Like, what do you mean? Like, you go live and then I'd be like, oh, I gotta stop now? That's like stealing my time. That's not good. It does wake up really loudly. You got trick-or-treating tonight? Ours is tomorrow. They canceled it till tomorrow. You're still pooping. You're still pooping. Pick up your poops. Pick up your poops. Yeah, it rains a lot of Halloweens. There was one year that it rained so much on Halloween, and we actually trick-or-treated in the mall that year because we didn't want to be out in the rain. Plus it was cold, so we were inside, and I just took Ian to all the stores. And then shortly after, part of the roof in the mall caved in. Like, it fell in, and they had to repair. I was like, I'm glad that didn't happen while we were in there. I'm gonna get one of the baby mice. Are you done pooping? And I got, the baby mice are all females. I checked yesterday. I'll just bring the whole cage over here. Hi. Bumble's trying to climb in my lap. Mama's sitting on them right now and I can't. Can I see their babies? Can I see? There we go. They're hard to pick up. They're very squirmy. Here's one. Woo! Look it. He's standing on all fours. Ah! They run. Oh my gosh. He's turning into a hopper, guys. Woo! I can't. Good Lord. He's turning into a little hopper. Here, see? See him? His hair. Look at him. Isn't he cute? All right, I'm going to put her back before she gets away from me. There we go. That's crazy. Woo! They're busy. All right. They're busy little guys. Yeah, they are small, but they're going to be 2 weeks old tomorrow. And I just said turning into hoppers, but technically, no, they're turning into fuzzies. But even as fuzzies, they'll start moving around, and it's, when their eyes start to open is when they're hoppers, which technically is soon. He's flopping around because he can't see, and they just run to, they don't know where. They're girls. I sexted them yesterday. They are little girls. So, yep. Yeah, when you pick them up, they're like, oh my God, because they don't know. They don't know what's going on. They're like, they're blind right now. So when you pick them up, they're like, where am I going? Who's got me? You know? Yes, I had such a bad headache last night, Vanessa. Oh, I started to feel ill just because it was really, and I could still tell, like, it's trying to come back. Were you wanting to get on top of me? I think there was a... I don't know what happened to it. Were you trying to get on my lap? I can come back over here. There we go. You don't get headaches? You're lucky. Yeah, it does. It upsets your stomach when the headaches are bad enough. And mine just did not want to go away. I took a couple of Advils. I took a couple of ibuprofens. Or no, I took 2 Advils and 1 ibuprofen. And then I was trying to sleep, and it was just like, ugh. And that's what was killing me last night. But I'm going to take something else later because I got to work later, and it's really hard to be up and around and working and listening to the dogs barking and all of that crap when you got a headache. My brain is too lazy to trigger a headache. Oh. Haribo's probably are better in hair than to be eaten. A Haribo belongs in the hair as a bow. I know what you mean, though. I'm just teasing. It's the way you spelled it. Hi, you gonna climb into my lap? At least you dropped your poop before you did that. Good grief, little poop machine. Yeah, I need to get some more essential oils. Peppermint oil is really good for the stomach, and lavender is good for the head. So add them together. He's enjoying his couch time. He's doing laps. Hi. Hi. You like it when you come out here, huh? Too bad I gotta put Brindley up every time. Yeah. Yep, rub the peppermint on your stomach, rub the lavender on the temples and on the back of the neck, like right at the base. And behind the ears. I think there's an A in between the R and the B, like Haribo, Haribo, Haribo. But otherwise it says Haribo. I don't remember. I don't really care how it's spelled, honestly. I was just teasing. Yeah, there is an A. Oh, it's okay, it's an I. So whatever. Either way, you were missing a letter, which was what made it funny. Yes, don't get it in your eyes, because I've put it kind of up on my forehead before, and I didn't think I did a lot, and it would drip down, and then my eyes would burn. Like, it wouldn't get necessarily in my eyes, but the fumes, I guess, would. And yeah, it burns. And then, of course, I've had it on my fingers before when I didn't realize I had it on my fingers, and then I rubbed my eyes. Oh! It's not a good feeling in the eyes. How's my boy, huh? What a good boy. Oh, Mama Mouse is covering her babies back up. She's like, how dare you uncover them? Now I'm going to start, when I get that other pregnant mouse into her own bin, I'm going to start feeding her rice before she has her babies, so that, the rice cereal, so that hopefully she doesn't lose any at all. That would be awesome. I could make hair bows all... Oh, I totally read that as I could make hair bows all day. I inserted an entire word. I can make hair bows all day. See, you spelled it hair bows again. Oh, man. Hi. He likes hair bows. You should put one in your hair for your next live. All right, Fo. Have a good day. Oh, goodness. I'm just teasing you, Barry. It's so cold outside. I don't like it. And we've got a river flood warning. Of course we do. Well, at least it got warmer. It's 38 degrees now, but with the wind chill, it's 32. When earlier it was 32 and the wind chill was 25. So it's warmed up a smidge. It's warmed up a smidgen. Smidgen. I think it's only supposed to go to 45 today, so... I'm not ready for the snow either. Ugh. Well, you're still pooping. Still pooping away. Still pooping away. At least they're easy to pick up and clean up. That's why I got a roll of paper towel here when he's out with me. Pick up his poops as he poops them. No more pumpkin. He never had any pumpkin. He hasn't had any pumpkin. But he does eat. He eats hay. Guinea pigs poop a lot. Guinea piggies poop a lot. Right? Yes, this is why we have to clean your enclosure every other day. Give you a new fleece. And skinny pigs are even worse. I would love to sometime have a skinny pig because they're just so unique. And we used to have one at the store. We sold it. But skinny pigs pee and poop even more, so they got to be cleaned out even more often than a regular guinea pig. Because they can't regulate their body temperature as well as a guinea pig with hair. So they eat more and they drink more. Therefore, they potty more. So they got to be cleaned out even more frequently. But they're really unique. I think it's cool because they're unique. Yeah, I do his every other day. I roll his fleece up. I'll leave the pee pads underneath if they're not too bad, and reuse them for the next fleece. But I'll roll up his fleece. I take it outside and I shake it out, and then I wash it. So he's got his other fleece that I washed yesterday, ready for tomorrow when I'll change it out again and give him a fresh one. Yep, it gets slippery. I'm always like, I pretty much when it's winter, when I walk outside, I slide my feet constantly because I refuse to just set my foot down and have it slip from under me. So I'm constantly skating on the ground, just because you never know when you're going to hit a spot that's going to send you flying. It is very nice. I don't have to clean out the bottom, like I don't have to wash out the bottom of his cage or anything like that to get anything that's stuck. I just roll up the fleece, shake it out, wash it. If I need to change the pee pads, I roll them up. I'll wear like gloves so it's not all over my fingers and stuff, but then I roll up the pee pads, toss them out, lay new ones down, lay the fleece down, put him back in. It takes me like 10 minutes tops. 10 minutes tops, and then he just runs around on the couch while I do that. And the pee pads underneath help absorb the pee. It goes through so the surface of the fleece can dry, and underneath it's just absorbed into the pee pad, which is super helpful. And it takes care of a lot of the smell, rather than it just, not being able to soak anywhere other than the fleece. Yeah. See, I don't have to rinse anything out. Just have to shake it out, and then I throw it in the wash. I don't even put it in the dryer because when I just, it washes and the fleece doesn't feel real. Once it spins, most of the moisture comes out of the fleece. So then I just come up here and it's hanging on the side of Hera's cage. So that tomorrow, all I got to do is roll up the other one, put that one in, shake the other one out, do the same thing. It's so quick, and then I don't have to keep buying bedding either. We buy the pee pads, but I reuse the fleece, so I don't have to keep buying bedding. So it's kind of nice. The Oreos and relish. Yeah, I thought about doing Barry. I thought about Trevor, but Trevor had already said when I talked about it, he was like, nope, nope, nope. So, although a lot of people who say no, no, no are the ones that get picked. But I was too nice. Yeah, I feel like it's even better. The fleece is nicer on their feet too. Nice and soft. Because I also have it doubled. Like I have an extra long skinny piece that fits when I fold it in half. So it's 2 layers. It covers the floor. But it's 2 layers plus the pee pads underneath. So it's nice and soft for his feet, which I think is extra nice. Yes. He's just come over to me and put his front feet on me, and he's looking up at me like he's like a puppy. He's like a little puppy. I love it. Yes. You're such a good boy. I'm like so attached to this little guy. Yes, I am. And I do want to get him a bigger cage too. Like we have a rabbit cage at work, a large rabbit cage, which technically is big enough for a guinea pig. The guinea pig cages are too small, but which is not a horrible thing if they come out all the time. Like you have the 2 pens now, so they have all of that they can utilize. He's only got the little cage, which doesn't allow him a lot of moving around, but that's why I'm taking him out. But I would like to get him the large rabbit cage that technically the floor space is perfect. So I want to do that. It's just like, it's $100. So with all of the things, I got to upgrade the rat cage. I got to upgrade his cage. I got to upgrade Persimmon's enclosure. You know, there's so many things I got to get a bin started for another pregnant mouse. There's so many things I got to upgrade that one step at a time. Yeah, I don't think he was. I mean, he got that a lot of the time that foot infection, that bumblefoot, is because of the lack of cleanliness in the cage, and a cage that's too small because they can't get out of their filth. The smaller it is, the filthier it's going to be, and if they never cleaned it out, hardly ever, he's standing in his filth all the time. So that contributes to getting that infection. They never cut his nails either, so his nails were super long and curling around. Right now his nails still look nasty because I couldn't make them super short when I originally cut them because the quicks grow. So he's due to have another nail trim, and hopefully his toes will start straightening out because they got to walk funny, because they got to compensate for the fact that their toenails are so long. And he was filthy, and it was terrible. Like he just was not taken care of. I'm so glad they surrendered him. So maybe that's why he is so loving now. Like I would think that if you're not taken care of, that you're gonna be really skittish, because it's like everyone else is super skittish or whatever, and they run from you when you try and pick them up, and he's just like, I'll come see you. Like, he's so cuddly. And maybe it's just because he was that neglected, that he's just yearning to be loved. At least he's super chunky. Like, I don't know what they were feeding him, but he's definitely a plump boy. He's not overweight, and he's big, so I mean, he's still a good weight and everything. Yeah, I mean, he's just on the couch right beside me right now, just sitting there and letting me pet him from head to toe. Like, I go all over his face, down to his butt, and he's just squeaking. He'll run to the other side of the couch sometimes, but then he comes back, puts his feet on me. Other times he'll climb right into my lap and just lay down. Like, he's like a puppy. I love it. Watching you and Chelsea Luna live stream as Chelsea's getting that makeup thing, and she's been waiting 2.5. Wow. Chunk would have been a good name too. I went through so many ideas on what to name him. Hey, you want to say hey? Say hey. Hey, yeah. Mwah, such a good boy. You just pooped in my hand. That's kind of ick. That's kind of ick. Thank you. That's the Yeah, see, he's like, he'll let me go under his chin. He'll let me do his like the bridge of his nose, in between his eyes, behind his ears, all the way down to his butt. He's super, super, like, yes. Just like, he's very accepting of what I do to him. Yes. Mwah. Hi. How's your foot? Can I see it? He's nuzzling. Hi. Ah! Stop pooping! Good Lord. He is a poop machine. But at least I know he's healthy. He's not stopped up or nothing. Yeah, he's like, I love you. Have this poop. I gift you this poop. There's a fly. There's another poop. Seriously, dude. Do you need to go back in your cage? Do you need to go back in your home? Huh? Silly boy. Silly, silly boy. My piggies have ate all morning. Yeah. He'd probably be sleeping now too. Because I filled his hay rack this morning and he came out of the hide. He was like, ooh, fresh hay. And that's probably why he's pooping everything out now. He already ate. But he would probably be sleeping if he was in there. And who needs a playpen for my boy when he can just run around on the couch? And I can lay the futon down so the back is down and he's got more space. But half the time he's like, I'm like, you know, it's time for floor time. It's time to run. And I'm sitting here and he just wants to climb in my lap. I'm like, this is not cuddle with me time. This is run around, get some exercise time. I don't. When he first was surrendered, I did because he was filthy. So I'd given him a bath with guinea pig safe shampoo, and then wrapped him in a towel so that he could dry. You know, I didn't want to. You want to make sure that they're very dry before you put them. You know, you don't want them to catch a chill. So why does this keep turning on me? But I haven't bathed him since. He's pretty clean now. I mean, the only time you really need to, like, I would do maybe his back end if he gets all nasty in his back end. But you can do that with a damp cloth rather than submerging. I only submerged him, like I put about maybe that much water in the sink and stuck him in there so his underside, because he was all urine soaked underneath. So that was when I put him in some water, just made sure that his head could be out of the water and that kind of thing, and then wrapped him in a blanket or a towel after. Did you just totally eat that poop? He ate his poop just now. Okay. Whatever you say. Yeah, don't unless you absolutely have to. And if you can get away with just doing a wet, like a damp cloth, to do that instead. But he definitely needed it originally because his whole underside, like, he stunk. His underside was all gross, just pee soaked and bleh. So he definitely needed it in the beginning. But he hasn't needed it since. Which, of course, tells me that his enclosure was nasty. If he was, like, completely gross. Like, just bleh. Yeah, it was completely gross. I really hope when I take him to the vet that they'll tell me, because he's got a cyst. It feels like a cyst. Like right... Are you going to poop on me? Yep, there's another poop coming out. But right around here, he's got a cyst right here. There's like a lump. That hopefully is nothing. Like, hopefully they'll say there's nothing to worry about. He can live his life without it, without it causing any problem. I'm really hoping that that's what they're going to say. Because, yeah, he definitely does have a little lump there. But the computer keeps shifting, and I don't know why. Yeah, there's a lot of people in here, and no, a cyst is almost like a tumor, but it can be benign, or cysts can become cancerous too. So I'm hoping that that's, you know, I'm hoping that they're going to say it's benign and it's going to be fine. But cysts can be cancerous. So, hoping that and it's the only one I feel. He's got that one. And it's the only one I feel, so. Yep. Wow, the poop is still coming, is it? He's eating some of his poop. Because he's chewing right now, and there's no food up here. But I think they do that because I think they like, sometimes they'll eat that for the extra nutrients. Oh, when I have the filter and Bumble can be the pickle. Are you enjoying your poop? Bleh. No, he goes to Exotic Vet. We have a vet. The vet clinic that I take the dogs to, they don't see other animals. They just see dogs and cats. So we take the rats and the rabbit and the guinea pig to a different vet. It's a little further out for us, but yeah, it's an Exotic Vet that, you know, they'll definitely, you don't want to take them to anybody who's not considered exotic. Which is nice. The nice thing is, like, the animal shelter here will actually give you a list. Like, if you're adopting something other than a dog or a cat from them, they'll give you a list of vets that will see exotics. So that's always nice. And I picked out, like, originally when I had my other guinea pigs, I was calling around to some of them, and I was like, I wanted to check to see how much it would be to neuter a male guinea pig. And I went with the cheapest one, where wellness exams are $40. So to take the rats for in for a wellness exam, why are you pulling on my shirt? To take the rats in for a wellness exam, it's $40. For the guinea pig, it'll be $40, and then whatever treatment they're doing after the fact. So for him, it would be $40 plus whatever his antibiotic is going to be. And then if they do any testing, like for, like if they have to test out, like do a test for his cyst. Why are you yanking on my shirt? There might be an added cost to that, but he's like totally like pulling on my shirt. What are we doing? Are we playing with my shirt? Why are we playing with my shirt? What are we doing? What are we doing? Do you want to go back in? Do you want to go back into your home? All right, I'll go put him back. Come here. He already looks like he's got another poop ready to come out. There's always one hanging up there. Oh no! Hold on, guys. Oh no! My phone! Oh no! Hello! Hello! Ah! Alright. Alright. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Good grief. Actually, I should turn off this. I'm seeing less and less of persimmon. Every time I look, I see less of him. I have two tripods. I have the itty bitty little one, which my phone is too heavy for. It tips it over. And then I have a really good, a better tripod that, you know, extends and goes, and one of the legs is broken. So I need another tripod. All right, Vanessa. Yeah, I got to get some stuff done too, so I'll probably go ahead and wrap things up because I need to eat for one. I got to do dishes. I got to feed. Well, I already gave Bumble his hay this morning, so he's still got some. I got to feed the fish. I got to. Harris still got a little bit of hay, but I'll top that off. I got to check the food on the mice and make sure that they don't need any more. Check the rats. So yeah, I got some things to do myself before I got to go to work today. And I actually want to pre-record some more of my Quiet Time with God videos. It's nice to have them pre-recorded instead of having to do them right before I upload them, because I don't like doing them first thing in the morning when I have morning voice. So I like to pre-record them so that I can just wake up in the morning and hit upload and be done. So I realize that, Barry, but I can't help what happens in my life. So anyway, I will talk with you guys later, and I'll work on, I'm going to do another look in on the mice video today because of the babies, and then the new pregnant one. I'm going to work on my persimmon one that I've been recording all morning and stuff like that. So yeah, I got stuff to do. Hope you all have a good day, and I will talk with you later. Bye-bye.